Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is having a wonderful start of the day or a wonderful, blessed evening for those of you who are getting ready to go to bed. First of all, let's let a couple of people get on here and get connected, and then we'll get going into the call today. It's a Q&A call. It is Saturday, October 1st. So first thoughts go out to all those families and victims who were affected by October 1 5 years ago today here in Las Vegas. For those of you that are aware of it, we were in the Las Vegas shooting, and today's a pretty bad day for us, myself, my wife, and a lot of our friends who were at the event when that shooting went off. So prayers go out to all the victims and the losses, what happened 5 years ago from that incredible night. Number one. Number two, for the storm victims that have been affected, we are very, very sorry and sad to hear what's happened. As some of you already are aware, because we posted it, Justin got about 2 inches of water in his condo in Orlando, Florida. Now the eye of the storm come through down south, went through the state of Florida. It's actually been devastating for people in Florida. The path went back out into the Carolinas, then come back into the Carolinas. So blessings and prayers and whatever we can give to everybody. I know Julie is up in Carolinas, and I know we have a lot of our people. Now, folks, we opted not to go live on Wednesday because of the storm. We have servers that were in Orlando. We didn't expect it to get as bad as it did in Orlando. But unfortunately, the water got so deep, it was 4 foot deep in Kissimmee. And we have servers there in downtown. The power has been off. In fact, I'm not 100% sure even if the power's back on, even now. I know Justin's been without power. So it's been very challenging and difficult for a lot of people. So please put the prayers out to all the victims, and not only just the storms what hit the US, but the storms that hit anywhere in the world, any of these natural disasters. It's just incredible. But if any of you have had a chance to see any of the film or the images of what's taken place, is so sad. And there's another storm just hit, the typhoon went through the Philippines and knocked out some of our people out in the Philippines. Additionally, it went on into Japan and done a lot of damage. I think it was Japan, done a lot of damage there. Guys, this is what Avazoo is all about, is being able to reach out to these people today, tomorrow, the next day, and help them out because we'll have the funds available. So it's just another reminder that makes us every single day in our minds say why we're doing, what we're putting up with. Now, we do have, we don't know yet, but we do know that the auditing company that hadn't given us the final sign-off yet, they have two offices. One is based in Fort Myers. That office does not exist no more. In fact, it is completely gone, 100% wiped off of its foundation. The other office they have up is in Atlanta, Georgia. The question is, how much data have they transported or synced together between Atlanta and Fort Myers office? So we won't know. I have had a chance to have a text from her to let us know that where we're at, that she's safe and everything is okay, but she's not yet sure on the data. She believes that everything is completed, and if so, we'll announce it Monday night, and of course, we'll go live immediately. But until Monday night, I cannot tell you. Now, we have opened up, so you know, and there are some ticket sales that have happened last week as we were going through. We kept opening it for an hour here and an hour there to test things, and it looks like everything went through the test. There was no problem. So right now, we're just waiting on the final certificate from the audit to make that happen. We also have a great meeting coming up later on today that is going to be with some very high-profile celebrities that have given us a verbal commitment, but they are now in town in Las Vegas. We're going to be meeting with them at 1 o'clock today. Sean flew in. Actually, Sean drove in. Tim flew down, and we're going to be meeting with these individuals this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So we'll have a good update for you on Monday night. In reference to any questions, the only question what come up was, let me go and look at that form. Actually, I think I got the question on the CRC Center. Just double check and make sure we don't have any questions here, guys. If any of you got any questions, feel free to put them down there. Hawk, come on to the call so you can help out a little bit. The question was on the 3 people for a free ticket, do they accumulate? So if you got one person on today and one person on the call next week and one person on the call after that, no, it's 3 people on an individual call that gets you the free ticket. So you can't just spread it out over 3 weeks and get one person on each call. It's the idea, folks, is to get enough people on the players call that people see the excitement. So we're obviously sharing that with you by saying, okay, get 3 people on. They don't need to purchase a ticket, but we want to educate them about the program. We've also been putting on, under the request of the regulator, we've been putting on the capture word too early. So Hawk, we got to put that towards the end. What's happening is the people are getting on, then getting off the call once they get the capture word. So they're not learning about the program. So that was requested under the regulator. But folks, it's been a very sad week for a lot of people today. Like I say, it's extremely tough because October 1. But we've had a good week in other ways. We've got more things finished and finalized. We're able to work, but we've had so many staff and people that have just been affected by this storm. And then on top of that, we've got like Deanna that's going through such a tough time with her sister. So it's just been crazy. Kirk's been dealing with problems himself. So folks, it's been a tough week. And I don't look at that as a negative. I actually look at that's just the other side fighting back. We're going to accomplish this. And after watching the storm and everything, it just makes me even more eager to get it going. So we just got a little hill here, we're just climbing over. Again, we can't actually go live. We got the approval from the regulator. We've got the approval. Gigi's looked at everything. Everything is a go on our side. Our testing, everything is a go on that side with the new payment system, the new sign-up process. That's all a go. The problem is we just need this certification that everything is signed off. Once that's done, we then reactivate the accounts. And you didn't see it this week because of the servers, or some of the servers being, believe it or not, we have some at Dennis's, which now is in the Carolinas, that just got hit and flooded. And we have other servers in Orlando, one of the Amazon server locations. So it was just too risky. Once we knew the storm had gone to a Cat 1 or possibly 2 going through Orlando, that we knew the power would get lost, and it did. And the power's been out now 3-4 days. I think there's still a couple of million people without power. And for those folks around the world that live without power, you guys, people that have power don't take for granted, what it is to flick a switch and have power. But it's the other way around as well. When you're used to not having power and living that lifestyle, and then the power goes, it's devastating for people. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, guys, we're in good shape apart from that. Like I say, we're meeting with some celebrities this afternoon at 1 o'clock that have come in to meet with us. So we're very excited about that and where it's going. But I wish I had more information for you today. I know we have the players call at 1 o'clock, but I wanted Hawk to come on. Hawk, I don't know if there's any questions in reference to even you to me that we can talk about, or if you've got any questions that have come up that people are asking. As you know, because you're updated daily where we're at with the storm, kind of really delayed things this week. And I'm kind of glad we didn't go, because our staff has gone from a multiple amount of people down to near enough zero, especially with all the traveling everybody's doing. So it would have been difficult with customer service, even though we know Sylvia and Daniel can handle that very, very efficiently. But any questions you've got on your end, Hawk, or you need me to cover?
No, nothing really has come up, Dave. Just like you, I had that concern of not seeing any players really, for the most part, to accomplish what we're wanting to accomplish, showing up on the calls. And I don't know if it's because people just not talking to people or what it is, but every time I do a PowerPoint, I go over the important parts of it. The 6, if they got a minimum of 20 tickets, they get to go on a cruise. That's a great reward.
No. It's the top 6.
Yeah.
Once they get over 20, whoever's the top 6. So if somebody gets 25, that would be the number 1. And then only 5 people would get it. If you were 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, only 5 people would get it. It's who, once they get to the 20, it's then whoever the top 6 people are. So if somebody sells 200 tickets, That might be number one. Somebody might sell 150 tickets, and so on and so on. We will extend all these dates and these promotions we got. I got a list that I can't wait to get started to promote. We've got 6 influencers that are going to come on that is going to light things up. But of course, I'm more concerned about the distributors making sure they get qualified. If they don't get qualified, they're not going to get that override. And these influencers, without some of the commercials, what we've got already in place, is going to sell, we're not expecting 1 or 2 tickets a day like we get now. We're expecting 1,000-2,000 tickets a day to start with. And they're going to fall in somebody's area. And these areas, these guys the distributors need to get qualified to get that commission, that override. So it's so important. We got to get these guys on to do it. And I think having them come in, and I know we've lost a lot of people, and that's okay. God's created that, in my opinion, that they've moved on, and we wish them all the best. But those that are here, it's such an incredible opportunity for them. And like I say, there's one particular guy that I can't mention his name at the current time, but he is known around the world, and he's a Class A celebrity, and he's on board with us. And when he does that first tweet, first Instagram, first TikTok, first commercial with us, it's going to be tens of thousands of people will be buying tickets straight away. Boom. Wow. We didn't do all this for the last 15 years to say we're going to open up and rely on a few people to spread the word. It's been designed, put together. In fact, we've had other individuals now trying to offer us money for additional advertisement that we've actually turned down. We're very comfortable where we are. I want to just, Julie, number one, happy birthday for Monday. Number 2, I hope you're safe in the Carolinas. And number 3, what a birthday gift it would be. I've said the same thing, Julie, for the last X amount of years, that yes, we go live. The problem is we can only go live when we get the green light from everybody. We are ready. Our back end, our system is version 2.2. It's just amazing. It's so much better than what we had. Even though it was the same thing, we just remodified, cleaned up because of the problems. It's great. But, all good things take time to happen. They don't happen overnight. So, it is what it is, and we've got to move forward, and we've got to make it happen. But in reference to the cruise guys, that is something really I push myself, because I'd like to meet some of you. So whoever is the top 6 people, you have to have a minimum of 20 tickets. Right. We'll extend them times. We wanted to give out the coupons. We tested that this week. I'm just going to have a look, but everything went great on the testing of the coupons. The sign up, we got the new banners. We're excited. We want to get going, but we're, right now the devil's fighting us, and turned around and said, no, we're going to put a hurricane in your way just to stop you for a little bit longer. It's just mind blowing what goes on. But anyway, it's all good. But I know you need players, and guys, if you cannot get 1 or 3 players, get 1. It doesn't matter. Get somebody on there to spread the word. Again, we've leveled off in the amount of hits that go to our site. It's still pretty amazing of what we're actually getting on a site. I was just looking at it yesterday. I'll give you a quick idea. We are still bringing in people. Let me pull this up. Anyway, any other questions, Hawk, we can cover while we're on with them right now?
I don't have any, Dave.
I know Tisa went without power where she's at. She's in Fort Lauderdale. Pops lost it as well. Tom, downtown Orlando, I don't know if he's back with power yet. I don't know whether Justin's back. I know Justin got a couple of inches of water in his apartment. So it's definitely been challenging. But I'll give you a shot here, guys, so you know where we're still at. I know we don't get as many on the calls, and that's okay. They'll all come back, or perhaps they'll move on. It's their choice, obviously. But if you look at this right now, this is current. So if I go over to summary, so this is what we're getting on this is last 7 days. So we're averaging blue here is unique visitors. So we're running 238 unique people. This is under Avazoo.com, so you guys can see that. Obviously, returning visitors, and people are coming back in returning, which are people who have come to the site going back. And then the green one are page views, how many page views ago. We haven't dropped off. In fact, if I change that, I mean, obviously we dropped off to where we were, but if I change that to say the last 8 weeks, you can see we had that was our test we done there. We told you about in September. That was quite amazing. If I go back, say 14 days, it's averaging, you can see, we're kind of at the 290s, 312s, 211s. We always drop off during the week. If you come over to the CRC center and we go into the Avazoo CRC, you will see that again, page views, the amount of people, uniques coming in. That means that data unique, 185 people, 154. So it's about the 150 range, where if you go back and look at it, and these are the things that tell us where we are the last 30 days. So we've been going down in the CRC center, the amount of pages. We would expect that knowing. But overall, looking at the graph here is not bad. Our visitors' path and where they came from, the activity. When you look at this, so this is set across the country for the last 3 days. So these are where individuals are coming in right now into the CRC center. So, it is what it is, folks, but we're still out there. We're still creating a wave. We're still getting talked about. We were talked about this week at the UN, which was really good because the UN had an additional program going on. I was going to check something while I was here. So there's some of the people for AidFound. I would expect AidFound to go up dramatically just because of the storm. And we've already got people reaching out to us. And I think we sent 4 generators are on the way out today if they didn't go out yesterday to go and help people. So, overall, guys, we are in a great place. We're doing really good. And we can't complain about where we are for what's happened. Thanks to you guys again. This couldn't be done. It could be done, but it's a lot more challenging when we got folks like you, people who believe in the project and what we're doing. It's been amazing, and you will not be forgotten in so many different ways. We will make sure that you'll never ever forgotten. But Hawk, I don't have a lot. If there's no questions for anybody right now, first of all, we do apologize about the calls this week. It was just we just couldn't do it. We just had so much going on with this storm, trying to get things moved, trying to get things improved. It just couldn't happen. We apologize about that. And again, it's just one of those things. You guys have heard this from other companies. Other companies sugarcoat it and tell you different stories. I'm just going to tell you the way it is. Whether you love it or hate it, it's the way it is. We can't change it. And until we get that everything smooth and we go live, we can't press the button and say start advertising. We got $250,000 already committed, already got American Expresses on files and got ready to go to start the advertisement campaigns. If we had lit that up today, which was what our plan was, October 1, we haven't got enough activity of people, and we don't even know if the servers are going to provide the bandwidth. We got it where you guys can get online now and check the site, but all of a sudden you get 1,000 people here. Would the bandwidth go down and close it down? We just don't know. And it's too big of a risk when you're talking that kind of money to go out and start doing marketing and start advertising. But I will update you Monday night, and if Monday night is good, we will turn it on Monday night or Monday night, Tuesday morning, and we'll start the advertising up. But in the meantime, we'll just keep going along the way we've been going along. And again, like I say, prayers go out to everybody. If any of you have had the opportunity to see any of the devastation these storms make, and nobody knows how many lives have been lost, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And there's boats on top of boats on top of houses. There's houses completely missing, gone. They had 7 foot of water surge come in, and then it went back out, went right across the whole state of Florida and went back out into the Carolinas, and it's damaged a lot of people in the Carolinas. And from what I understand, it's now going up into the Northeast. So prayers to everybody, but it doesn't necessarily just talk about what happened here in the US. It's typhoon hit out in the Philippines, and we still got people in the Philippines that haven't reported in yet. We don't believe there's a problem with the loss of life, but they've lost connection. They don't have access to, call or internet, and we don't know exactly where they're at. But we've lost that contact. But we know there's no loss of life because it's not been reported. But that went on from the Philippines into another country. So again, every day, Hawk, I get up and say, thank the Lord that the Lord put this in my mind to do this. So we are a way to provide funds for these natural disasters. They're just incredible, the power, what happens to them, and how many people lose everything in literally 12 hours. Your whole life is gone. Everything. Amazing.
Down there, Dave, in Arcadia, where I lived for 20 years, where Hurricane Charlie, remember, went right through the mouth of the Charlotte River in Port Charlotte, Florida there, when it went through, totally wiped out that whole city. But
you do know this one was 12 miles to the south and it got wiped out again.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They compared the path and it was almost identical.
Yeah.
But there's a road 70 coming across from Bradenton going inland to Arcadia. And where two roads come together down there, it's kind of a focal point. There's a Shell gas station there. And across the road from it was Peace River Campground. My sister showed me pictures that the water was almost over the roof of that Shell gas station. And there was mobile homes and campers just floating around out there like it's horrible. I've never seen anything like it.
You know what's amazing, and I'm sure some of the people here are wondering what we're talking about, but you know what's amazing is the way the world is made up. For example, could you imagine a storm like what hit somewhere in Africa that has not got the access to the 911 help and supplies they need? They just don't have the access. Well, hurricanes don't hit there. Obviously, they have other disasters, whether it's fires and things like that. But it's amazing how they come off of Africa, come across, hit the Caribbean, come up and hit the US, and the same on the other side. They go out and go across, hit the Philippines, and go in and hit Hong Kong or wherever it's going to be. It's just amazing how there are the people, how it all comes together. But I got to tell you, it's devastating. No matter what it is, whether it's a fire, you've lost everything in that fire, you're able to get out, just to lose everything you own in just a matter of no time. And people just don't understand it until you go through it. And I was blessed because I was in the industry for so many years and I had seen so many bad things happen, but then we would come back, rebuild their home, and they got a brand new home out of it, and they put a smile on their face. That's what Avazoo is all about, is going out and providing the necessary funds to help people in these emergencies. And farmers who lose their crops, just because you lose your house because of a fire, but a farmer loses his total income for his whole family because the fields burn out or an infestation of something. So, it just allows me to say, thank you, Lord, for creating this vehicle that we're going to be able to help ongoing again and again and again. So it's amazing. Anyway,
I had a question come in there from a gentleman. It says, you promised to pay the override, which means commissions, this new month, so we all can register for our new company, or what do you think?
Say that again.
You promised to pay the override, which means commission, this new month, so we all can register our new company, or what do you think?
Well, first of all, nobody gets commission if you don't qualify. So there's no promises made to say that you're going to pay commission. You have to qualify. You have to sell your tickets to qualify. And then after that, you're going to receive the commission that once you get the green light to go ahead, you can then register your company, and you will not need your distributorship company again until after the first raffle. So we certainly don't recommend at this stage any of you going out and registering this year. Corporations and businesses registrations are usually an annual thing. So knowing that you're in October and the first raffle is definitely not going to finish till next year, there will be no point in you putting your corporation together this year. You'd only have to do the renewal again next year. And you want to do that when you know that the first raffle was completed. Go and check your name, just like we talked about in 3 separate different presentations, to go out and check your name, make sure it's available, put that on your form as what you think it's going to be, submit your form in your area in. But all you have to do is receive the overrides, is to go out and sell your tickets. So whoever said, who was it who said about we promised to pay the overrides this month? Who was that?
I don't know. You mean who promised? The guy that
Who asked the question?
It was Adeleya. Adelia.
So Adele, however you pronounce it, we apologize. How many tickets have you sold so far? If you'd like to go ahead and type the answer, that'd be awesome. How many tickets have you actually sold so far?
They're still waiting on it.
Okay, I'll go and have a look in his account. So you must sell. That's why it's so important. How many of your pages have you got up ready to go? Have you got all of your pages in place? Did you submit your recordings ready to start the campaign? Look, guys, we're a company here trying to help you and others. But you must do your part. It's difficult to say that. It's just not given. You guys must turn around and sell your tickets. Have you done your funnels? Are they in place? You know, we're asking you to just do a very, very small part at this stage, and that is to just go ahead, and then you get an override. It was very, very challenging to get this approved by the regulators to say, okay, you're going to give these individuals an override of an area that they possibly haven't done nothing in. And I said, yes, we are, because they've been with us for a year. And we got it approved. But guys, you got to do 3 ticket sales. Okay, it's that bottom line. We didn't promise to sell this month. We said as soon as we go live, as long as you qualify for your ticket commissions, you'll get paid your commissions. And as at the moment, I'm looking in your account and I don't see 1 ticket sale in over 6 months.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's nice to expect everything, but you got to be willing to do your part.
Yeah, and we've lost people because they're saying, oh, well, I've still got to do things. I understand that. Guys, I'm not, I've been there in the trenches with you. I'm in the trenches with you now. I understand it. But, if you don't do a funnel, we can't drive traffic to you. If you don't do a voice message, we can't put it on a machine to drive traffic to your funnel. Have you got your funnels done? Have you gone in and submitted your area? Sometimes people just want to know, where's my money? Where's my money? Well, in this program, it's a team effort, and it all comes together if we all participate. And if we don't participate, it doesn't come together. The weak link is where it breaks. And we've got to create that everybody is a strong link as we move forward and everybody receives everything. So again, please don't be worried about an override commission if you haven't done your funnels, if you haven't done your voice message, or if you haven't put together any other form of marketing campaign. That's just really the bottom line. And it's tough to say, and I hope you all understand where I'm coming from. This is coming from my heart, not from any other way. We want you to do your 3 ticket sales. We will spend time with you. We'll do everything we possibly can so that you're able to learn enough of the program. I hate to say this, but I had somebody, and I'm not going to mention names, a couple of weeks ago contacted me and said, I'm having a difficult challenge about selling the tickets. And I said, okay, well, I'll spend some time. So we set up a Zoom call. Him and his wife and a couple of the kids, we got on a call, and I spent about 45 minutes with them. I'm going to tell you something. They had never been to Avazoo.com. Never been to Avazoo.com. When I asked them about the different ticket sizes, they didn't know. They thought it was a $20 free ticket. I mean, how do you sell something if you don't have the knowledge about the program and what we're doing? So folks, you have to participate to be rewarded. You can't win the race if you don't run in the race. You can't sit down and eat your dessert if you don't sit down at the table. You got to do your part. And so many of you are doing more in your part. We're so proud to have you, and you're being rewarded. But when individuals are asking questions strictly about commission, your overrides, my mind says to me, okay, that individual's not worrying about nothing, just wants to get a free override they got to come into the program. And I'm sorry, but that's just business. You guys, to get your commission, you have to sell your 3 tickets each and every month. Okay, that's it. It's not hard. It was every 2 weeks. It went to every month, and we give you opportunities to make that happen. Anyway, Hawk, with October 1, I know I'm not mentally in the right mind to do a presentation and stuff today, because obviously we were through, my wife and I, as you know, were in the October 1 shooting with Chris, a dear friend of ours, and we helped a lot of people that night, and we saw a lot of deaths. So it's all over the TV. So guys, if I'm a little off today, it's most probably because of that, and I do apologize. But we're, you know, it's been a tough week for a lot of us. Okay, it really has. With friends and family, you can't reach out and help when storms are hitting them. People you know have lost their homes completely. They're gone, just disappeared. Some of them haven't even got their friends. So if I'm off today, I apologize, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Hawk, you're doing a call, I believe, in another 30 minutes for the players. Is that correct?
I think it's 4 o'clock
okay,
New York time.
Excellent. Okay, good. All right. I'm going to send out a little blast, see if I can get some people on that call so they can learn about it. And guys, once again, to all and each and every one of you, prayers go out to all of you and your families for health and financial stable, and of course, helping all these people. But we thank you, really do. I wish I could just do a magic wand and say, boom, we're done. But unfortunately, you just cannot do that. It just doesn't happen. This is a very big process we're going through, guys. And then, of course, we got to make sure it works. So whether you hate me or love me, it's the way it's got to be. And I have to get the orders from powers above me. So I'm the messenger boy in some cases. And I thank you all so much for hanging in. And I will do whatever it takes. Don't take my tone today. Please don't take it as negative. If you cannot sell tickets, just like this lady, I will work with you to the best of my ability. I've got a list over here right now. It's not even a full page yet. It's about 17 people is what I've got to work with individually. I can't start working with you individually without getting everything going. As soon as we're going, now that pressure drops off and I can pick up the phone and call you, and I will work with you individually. Norman is at the top of my list. Norman, he reaches out to me, talks to me, goes through things. He's my top of my list. I got some people from Africa. I got some people even down in Brazil that want me to help them with some locations. I will help you. I don't go back on what I say. I will help you. But you've got to give me time to get everything up and going. And those of you who are selling tickets, you know, sending people, that is great. I know we still got the one site down. People are still sneaking through and purchasing tickets. In fact, I was just looking at this. Somebody just bought a ticket, literally. Hang on, I'll tell you the name. I don't know how they're getting through, because if you guys know, you go to avazoo.com right now, and when you're there, it turns around and tells you that, you know, we're under maintenance. But we just had somebody come in from, oh, well, I can't pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. Wanjiru is the first name, and the last name is Gichuhi. And that individual is coming from Kenya. Welcome aboard. Just bought a $20 ticket. So, you know, it's amazing how they're still getting through to buy these. You know, they must have seen links in presentations, and they bypassed, you know, they've gone from forward/home to put in whatever the gateway is. Even I don't know it offhand. So God bless to all of you guys that do that. That's amazing. But we're all there. We're in this together. Nobody's going anywhere. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are unable, we will help you. If you are unable, we will help you. You just got to give us the time we need to just get things operational. And again, the worst thing out of this whole situation, apart from people's losing their homes and death and everything what happens, is that the audit company at the moment, now we've been working with her every day. We've been going through and putting things together. And we've got a green light. The only thing we don't have is the certification. And her office, or one of her offices, is in Fort Myers. So, man, it's just the evil fighting back, I'm sorry to say. So anyway, listen, all of you, please stay safe. This has really opened my eyes with, again, the October 1 shooting and then the storm. Just how vitally important our friends and family are. Keep, you just never know. You just never know when the next day is and if it's going to come. So please, in your prayers, keep it open for all your friends, your families, your loved ones. And I will hopefully have great news for you Monday night. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to mislead you, but we'll get it worked out, guys. You're going to get your distributorships. We don't want you to spend money you don't need to spend right now. We're trying to protect all of us as a family. So, Hawk, I'm going to wrap it up and let it go. And we'll rock and roll.
Sounds great, buddy. And right. I will see you guys bring some players to the call at 4 p.m. New York time.
I'll tell you what I'll do. There's whatever the amount of people on the call here today. You bring one person on the call today, one new person on the call today, and then you send that name into who it was into the CRC so we can compare it. And I'll give you an additional 200 free entries. Wow. When you go live, you'll have 200 additional free entries just for bringing somebody on today. Prove to us, prove to yourself that you can bring somebody onto the call today for Hawk at 4 o'clock. Even if you're going to bed, send out an invitation to somebody. Extra couple of hundred entries for all of you. Wow. Listen, God bless each and every one of you. Come on at the 4 o'clock New York time call. I won't be on, but I know Hawk will be here. And again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the prayers to each and everybody out there. God bless to you and your family. Enjoy the weekend. And we'll see you on Monday night call. And Hawk will see you in a few hours. Thanks, Hawk, for coming on. I appreciate you. Love you, man. Talk soon. God bless everybody. Take care.